If you work in quality control at a candy factory, you know strict safety regulations come with the job. It's why you partner with Grainger. Grainger helps you find the high-quality and compliant products your business needs to inspect, detect, and help correct issues. And the sweetest part is, everyone gets a product that's as safe to eat as it is delicious. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hello? Hang on, let me turn this down.
You're one of them people that call into the radio station and don't turn your radio down, aren't you?
Right. Well, there is an explanation for that. The last time I had this on, I was tuned in to the weather and watching everything from YouTube. Everybody knows that my area was hit really hard with tornado. It has now been categorized as an EF3.
Wow.
Took out a lot of stuff, even part of the schools in the district. So my youngest kiddo does not have school this next week. They just got off a week of spring break and now they're not going back to school for another week. Lord help us. Lord help us. That's all I got to say.
That's on you. All my grandkids are at spring break now and through this week, so they had to go to school last week. I don't have to deal with them. They're gone right now. They're away. Everybody's away. That just means Mama puts me to work. That's all.
Right.
We've been working on raised beds in the backyard for planting vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. You know, I got a little greenhouse out back there, you know, that I can kind of run the water through and everything. So we're trying to get stuff set up and planted.
The price of everything in the grocery stores today, I do not blame you. I would, if I had the time and, help, I would do it too. I honestly would.
Yeah, but it's painful. Good Lord, it's painful.
It is true. And it is kind of costly to do all that stuff at first.
First time, get it all set up. Yeah.
Yeah, it pays off in the end, but still.
Yeah. The pain is what is the big cost, obviously. I even, after I took my shower and everything, after working, I'm sitting there trying to spray my back where I got pain at with this it wasn't really biofreeze, but it's like that, and it's a spray,
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't get far enough back, and I got a little bit on the armpit area. I'm running around like this, going, "Oh, this burns!" Guys, think about being gay on your hands and not getting it completely off, and touching things you shouldn't touch. Okay, that's just just not fun in general.
Right.
But we got a lot of stuff done this weekend so far, and so we'll see throughout this next week. We'll be finishing up and getting the beds all set and planted and ready to roll, hopefully.
Right. Absolutely. But I just want to say, I just want to say before we get started, prayers for our, my community and other communities that were hit hard over the weekend. It's tough to look at. It really is tough to look at. And I know everybody's been hearing about the trailer park that, really got damaged during all of this. I did have friends who lived in the trailer park. They are okay. But one of my friends doesn't even know where her trailer is at this point. It's gone. It's gone.
It's picked up, took off with it, didn't it?
Yeah, they haven't recovered it as of yet.
At least she wasn't in it.
Exactly. She wasn't in it. My other friends were in it, where their trailer was picked up and twisted and put back down, but they survived. Yeah, and so I just want to tell everybody, hey, these storms are no joke. We knew that these storms were coming. They had forecasted them days in advance. They were saying, hey, this is what's coming. This is our technology today, and listen. That's all I can say is just listen to them. Be careful. Get ready. It's better to be safe than sorry, in these types of situations. And looking at my community, and as as everything's coming in, I've been posting like the videos and all this other kind of stuff coming in. Everything else, everything has been pretty good. coming in with just reporting what happened. There are a couple bad things that had happened in the area, such as a gas station, which shall remain nameless at this point. I don't want to bring that in, but their employee kicked everyone out during the middle of a tornado.
Into the tornado.
And there was children in the store. Vulgar language was used. It has been. I'm surprised it hasn't gone viral at this point, but I'm sure in the next week it will. Just for the sheer ignorance of this male clerk.
Please tell me that he is not an owner of the store.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
The particular gas station itself is not allowing comments on any of their posts. But unfortunately, that video did get out, and they had put out a notice that they had fired him and all this other kind of stuff. I'm like, well, that's probably not the first time he showed his true colors.
Oh yeah,
so,
no doubt.
Right. And it makes you wonder, was he acting alone in this?
My biggest question is, why would you do that? Are you dead set on just locking the door? Do you want to lock the door? You want everybody inside to be a little bit safe, you know?
Exactly. There was another video, which I had posted of a different gas station, which is up near my brother's part of town.
Yeah.
And they were opening up and pulling them people inside, pulling
them
them
inside, which is what they should have done.
What they should have done. Absolutely. And, and you can see clearly in the video as the roof was being taken off the whole entire gas station, they were still trying to get people in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there is good people out there, but yet there is a couple. Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of them that are just not worth it. They're not worth the air they're breathing on, some of them. So,
right. So basically,
all that happened. So,
yeah. So basically, what's happening now is that everybody in this community is trying to boycott that particular station.
That's a small town. You got to take care of each other there.
Right. Somebody had to make that call, and unfortunately, they left somebody either in charge or somebody in charge made the call.
Yeah.
Higher up. So you're right.
I would have hoped that he didn't do it on his own. Then, if he did, yeah, you should have fired him. But if he didn't, and you backed up, you need to be an actual upstanding person and say, "Hey, we told him to do it."
Exactly. So, yeah, I won't go anywhere with that video publicly.
No.
But I may show it to a few choice people, I guess.
There you go. Well, I'm not going to show the video that everybody else been showing, which is our normal promo thing, for our. Right. Oh yeah, guys, guess what? We have a conference coming up.
Right. There it is. Hello, everybody.
There it is.
Conference.
Yeah, you've heard it on every one of our shows, and the guys have put it in their openings and closings. And lately, since I've been doing I talked to Rob a while back, and I took and started editing out the opening segments of all the shows for the most part, the opening stuff, because as we said there, and guys, before I bring this down, obviously take a look at all the people there, but people are tuning in on the podcast side of it, started thinking to myself, is like, after me and him had talked, like, okay, yeah, Spreaker is going to put their ads in it, okay, from the get-go, right off the bat. You don't want to listen to those ads, minute to a minute and a half of ads is what it usually ends up being, and then turn around and have to listen to another 2 minutes of nothing but intro sounds.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna lose downloaders. You're gonna lose listeners. Real quick. Like,
is that our red circle? This is our red circle.
This is our red circle.
Look here.
But, yeah. So, but I was like, it makes sense. Obviously, when he brought it up, I was like, yeah, it makes sense. And then I started going through it. Then I started realizing after I started doing this in the last week, I started breaking it and chopping off that front. The vast majority of our shows have anywhere from 2 minutes to 5 minutes of opening music and intros. And I'm like, I can understand why somebody would turn the podcast off. I could understand it. So from now on the podcast side, what I do is I clip that entire opening segment out, put it out there. So after the ad's done, right into the podcast.
Well, and I see your point, but also what about those old shows? I mean, where you always know the intro, like Law and Order.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Law and Order is like, "Duh, duh," and then they go into da da, and then the music. We always know what we're watching.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we're always knowing
100%.
what
I
we're watching.
do agree with that to a certain extent, but I've got to find that happy medium.
The happy
'Cause
medium.
I'm sorry, when I look at one and I'm
Blondes
looking
and
at 4
Booze,
minutes.
right? Blondes and Booze, their intro now is very short.
Yeah, it's
We have a
short,
very
and
short intro.
I keep y'all's, but a lot of times when y'all do it, you do the actual promo and the intro at the same time. So I'm like, crap, I got to try and figure out where this is at, where's that at. So it's a matter of figuring out where to match it up. So, but on the podcast side, so far it seems to be working because it seems like we got an uptick in the listeners over the last week or so. So
Nice,
we'll see what happens.
nice.
So
yeah, I can understand that because
okay, Grandizer, who's stumbling around what dark? Is there somebody in the dark and I don't know about it? Or am I in the dark? I'm always in the dark. I get left out a lot.
I don't know. I got power. I mean that's a good thing. Yeah, because I didn't have power from even before the storm hit.
Yeah, I remember when
morning.
you texted everybody and said, "Hey, I just lost power," and then we're like, "Okay, batten down your hatches. Keep us informed that you're alive." Okay.
Right. Yeah, because they were clocking anywhere from 60 to 70-mile-an-hour winds out there, and it looked like a big dust bowl out there. The skies were gray and everything, and it just knocked out everything I had.
Yep. And hey, I'm just happy you made it through it. We got a show to do now. And
all right, let's do it.
We're trying to do it, but I also got critiqued by a certain friend of ours too that my show is not podcast friendly because they can't put it going in the car and listen to it. I was like, well, I look at pictures. What am I supposed to do?
Right. We are not a podcast. I mean, that is clear. We are not a podcast. I mean, we
put it out there, but
yeah, we put it out there. But the premise is anybody out there listening on a podcast, we're sorry, we're not a podcast. But what we want you to do is if you like what you're hearing, but you're curious to see what we're looking at, come on over to YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. It's Truth or Tinfoil. Check us out. You know what I mean? And that way you can look at it too and put in your 2 cents, whether this is truth or tinfoil.
That's it. So, I mean, I told him, I was like, I don't know how you want me to make it better. All I could do is describe the pictures as best I can. And I ain't too great at describing sometimes. I tend to get a little tongue tied and then I get mad and then I get throwing things at people and then it's not good.
And then we all have to duck and it's just not always pleasant.
Duck and cover.
But for everybody out there that can't or doesn't come on YouTube or whatever, we will try to be more specific and describe more of what we're looking at.
Yeah, definitely. Like this first one. Okay. I'm going to read you the entire blurb. And I might as well have done a dissertation. Actually, this person wrote a bunch. But it says, "Hi, all. Just wanted to introduce myself and share a photo I took. This one boggled my mind for at least a good 6 months. The green haze looks like some sort of demon. I never noticed the photos till I went through the photos. Never noticed the photo till I went through the photos." Okay. I'm going to add this up right now or put it up here and get you in there a little bit so y'all can look. Now, he continues or she continues. They never gave me who it was. I'm assuming it's a he. That they had just had cancer surgery on their back, and his father, who lives this is all in Canada, so in Ottawa, Ontario, was on the far left and had come to visit his brother and I in this small village in British Columbia. We went side by siding, which for anybody that's quad running and stuff like that, everybody knows what a 4-runner is type thing, and all the good stuff. They had some fun. They're out running around. They built a fire, and they're all, as you can tell, they're partaking of a few adult beverages. Okay. They went out to the same spot. They all had been there, and when they look back at the photos, when this person looked back at the photos, obviously they saw this, and it was taken with an iPhone 14 Pro Max. Okay, and this is 6 months after the fact that they noticed it, and it's baffled him for 6 months after that. So this is well over a year before. Now, they did not put the red circle in. I did because it's red circle. It's Red Circle Sunday, by God. Just went with it.
Red Circle Sunday.
I don't think you would have needed the red circle to actually tell me that one, though.
I don't think so. If you can pull it in closer so we can get a good look at that.
Yep. Coming in right here.
Well, that looks a little freaky. I'm just going to say.
Yeah, it does. I can understand where you can see something demonic there, type thing. But, obviously I would not say that. I wouldn't say there's a demonic presence there because you guys are sitting here having a good old time, That demon is going to be trying to mess with you. This one, I think he's a flyby. But
yeah,
I have a little bit of problem with it because as well as I do that a lot of times smoke can refract the lighting and such, especially off of a campfire. And we're fairly certain. I think I saw some of them smoking down there. Yeah, there's one smoking for sure. I don't know about this guy over here, but I'm assuming that's his other hand right here. This guy.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, because if it
let's
ain't,
hope so, or we got another problem.
Yeah,
we got another problem in the picture, everyone.
Yeah, but yeah, it looks. I mean, look how bright the flames are and such. It looks like a refraction of light, so forth. I think.
Yeah, I mean that's what it looks like to me. The only problem that I have with it is because it appears that the wind is blowing and pretty tough.
Pretty good. Yeah. So could a bit of vapor have come across?
Possibly.
I wish there was more pictures than just the one, but obviously they weren't looking for this. They were just taking a picture of everybody together around a campfire. So
yeah, with the way the wind looks like it's blowing, even if they puffed on a cigarette, it would not go up. It would just go straight across.
It would go sideways. Yeah.
Because of the wind. So it wouldn't go above them.
You wouldn't think so, no. And I couldn't say that that's actual cigarette smoke to start with, honestly.
No, I don't think it is. The wind is blowing too hard. I'm going to say no on that. But I mean, I don't know. Could smoke from the fire go up like that just because of the way they're standing, or?
Yeah, but we're still talking about the wind.
I don't know. It's weird to me.
With the way the wind's blowing, you see the embers blowing away over here. Now, I don't know if it's blowing really bad or there was just a gust at that particular time when they took this picture, but you could see the smoke coming off and going this way with the embers.
Yeah, that's why it particularly went straight up from the fire. This is exactly straight up from the fire.
So the only thing I can think of is at the exact moment that they actually shot this photo, either something came across there and reflected the light like that, or there was a bit of, like say, fog, or for lack of a better term.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I think this may be something with a lens flare, perhaps.
Yeah.
Only because the fire, it looks really bright.
Oh, now wait a second. Hold up.
It could have created a glare.
SoCal brought up a point here that I did not see at first. Lens flare. If we look at the shape, that could easily be a reflection coming off straight up and just a lens flare based on that.
That's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking about the shape of the fire. I wasn't looking at that. That was a good observation.
Yeah, good call.
I wasn't even looking at that. But yeah, I mean, it does kind of match up, doesn't it?
It kind of does. I mean, you look up here. I mean, there's I mean, it kind of is, but I mean, your lens flares are always going to be a little off anyway. But easily, this
Right.
part right here could transpose into right in here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's a good
I
catch.
mean,
Good catch,
I,
SoCal. That was a good call. I think that's probably what we're dealing with here.
probably. Yeah, because these are the first times I'm looking at these pictures. Honestly, Randy does not show me anything until we get
Nope.
on this show. So everything is
I
like a
refuse.
first look. And
Nemo got it.
I'm gonna
I'm
say,
with Nemo.
yeah, that's
I'm going with Nemo on it. It's a Ghost Rider.
Ghost Riders. That's it.
Yes, it's Ghost
That's
Rider.
it.
So, okay, but yeah, once again, yeah, I'm with you. I think I'm with SoCal. It is probably that a lens flare based on the flame itself. I think I retired mine, and I haven't made another one. Nope, I haven't retired it yet. Tired. Get back here. It's close though. It's close.
It's close to being retired.
It's close
But
to being retired.
what so you can tell that the people who listen and watch the show,
Yeah.
how intuitive they are, because I mean, this guy said he didn't notice it for 6 months, and
Yeah.
then it bothered him for 6 months after.
Yeah.
Here we are, 5 minutes, and bam,
Yeah.
we got an answer. Hello.
And he did mention in the write up. I didn't read all of it, like I said, but he did mention in the write up. I don't know if it's lens flare. He said he when he took it, he said he saw the photos that he'd taken and he saw the green light. And I just assumed it was from the new phone. However, they showed up through the lens, but only in the picture. They didn't show up through the lens, but only in the picture. Well, that's the way a lot of lens flares with the actual cell phones work. You won't see it when you're taking the picture
Right.
until after the fact.
Right. So, I think
I
we're
like
all in
Ike.
agreement.
Just remember, Ike, it's all that matters.
We both have, because my Texas hats are my favorite ones, and it could have said "Dog Mom" on the top, and I still wear it every time because of it's comfortable. I'm not
It's
seeing
comfortable,
anything.
yeah. I think he's just trying to mess
It's
with my
very comfortable.
University of Texas stuff, though, more than that. So that's okay. We all can't be good like Texas, you know. He's probably from Ohio State, going to talk crap about Ohio State. So, but it is what it is.
Right.
But
Right.
anywhy,
All
okay.
right.
So
Let's
number
look
two.
at the next one. Yes.
Okay,
Let's look at it.
this ghostly apparition was captured at. I'm gonna try and pronounce it. Plasteg is a haunted Regency room. It's somewhere in the UK, from what I'm reading. Paranormal investigator Paul Rowland captured this one in the Regency room of Plasteg. It's yeah, there it is. It's regarded as one of Wales' most haunted locations. The room holds a dark history, so forth, so on, from Sir John Trevor. The house's original builder and royal servant under Charles I. He spent his final days, his tragic demise followed the horrific accident. He allegedly rode a horse and trap at high speed around the state. I don't know what he's talking about. A high horse and trap. I'm assuming that's a buggy of some sort, maybe, but at high speed around the state and was thrown off. And he survived the initial accident, but the lingering injuries nearly a month later caused him to pass away. So he had some sort of a break or something that caused prolonged pain, is what it looks like. But the series of photos, they say it's believed his essence is still there. His spirit is still there. And this is what this guy caught. Now, I'm going to caveat this. He's using custom-built ultraviolet blue pulse lighting system mounted on his camera when he took it. He explained that the device emits light at varying frequencies, which can sometimes harmonize with the spirit, making their presence visible. Obviously, this is a theory, so I've never heard of it actually being put in, but this is something that I had not heard of before. But it's as plausible as using black light or any kind of filter, you know.
Yeah, what's wrong with 4K? I mean,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
I I didn't know that we needed to,
well, I don't know that he's got that.
do
That's what he
better with
used it
that.
on.
I thought what they wanted to use it for is different spectrums, the spectrum cameras. I
Yeah.
thought that that's what that was.
Well, now I don't know when he actually took this though, and they may have developed 4K
Yeah.
stuff after he did this because there's no dates on this at all. And judging
Oh,
from
okay.
the
Okay.
grainy photo, I wouldn't say it's probably at best mid to late 90s.
Okay. Well, let's
Okay.
in the picture what we're looking at, we're seeing like the side of a couch.
Hmm.
We're seeing looks to me like an end table perhaps, but
Yeah.
type of thing, and it's got candlesticks on it. We're seeing curtains. We're seeing this ghostly type face with the
Yeah.
circle around it, of course.
Yep. Yep. And judging from what I'm looking at on it, now this is just me, just from what I'm seeing right here. And don't forget, I'm sorry, the Sir John Trevor, we actually covered one of his other homes before, Trevelyan Hall. Okay. We actually have had
Hmm.
this guy on here before. But as I
Hmm.
look at it, you can see that the face is not a reflection in the mirror, which I'm assuming this is a mirror over here anyway. It looks like it is. Um,
Because
it's
they'd
not a
have to be
reflection in the
close.
mirror.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'd have to be close for that.
Yeah, but you see that it looks like the fog of the face that's going across here is in front of the candlestick.
Possibly.
It's very hard to tell, don't get me wrong, but it looks to me like it is. It looks like it's this side of the candlestick itself as you're looking at it. Now you can see the reflection of this candlestick right here.
Hmm.
So
Right.
we know we're dealing with a mirror.
All right. That makes me wonder how old this mirror is, because you know how some of the mirrors can
Yeah.
fog.
Mm-hmm.
And they just stay that way. I don't know if it's just because it wasn't a good mirror or what, but some of these older mirrors do have some type of fog with them sometimes. And with taking the picture with whatever he was using, this blue light or whatever he was saying he was using, maybe
Yeah.
it just created the face.
Yeah. Yeah. It's to me it's kind of iffy on the light creating it because why that one spot and why, like I said, it still seems like it's this side of the mirror and this side of the candlestick to me. And it's
Or do you
making
think
the
it's in the
actual,
mirror? Is it in the mirror looking out, or is it looking at the mirror? That's what we're trying to decide here.
well, I'm saying I think it's on this side of the candlestick and the mirror and it's in the room and it's actually looking at the person taking the picture. Because I see an eyebrow and ridges, eyebrow ridge right here, and it looks like two eyes, and it looks like it's looking toward the camera itself.
I don't know, or it could be looking out. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it could be. It very well could be in the mirror. Don't get me wrong, but like I
I
said,
mean,
I'm
because
just of the
isn't that
belief.
what scrying is all about, everyone? That's what
Yeah,
scrying is.
and you can bet this boy ain't gonna do it. Okay. Anyway, I'll leave that for Tex.
Right, right. We'll leave that for someone else. I I don't know what to think of this one.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
on
either.
I'm on the fence.
Yeah, because I can't discount it, but I can't debunk it either.
Right, right. And I mean, it can't be that old. It can't be. The guy's got blue light.
Yeah,
It
and
can't be
like
that
I said,
old.
that's why judging from the graininess, I'm betting it's an older style camera with night vision of some sort, and he's using this strobe effect with these lights to capture what he can capture. And this just happened to be something he captured. And barring anybody smoking there, which
I doubt
oh
that.
Lord. I'm gonna
Um,
have to cut away all these Okies and people talk about my Longhorns hat because they getting touchy now. They getting touchy. Just remember,
right.
Gary, we'll see you in September, okay? All right. Anyway,
I'm just
I'm on the fence. I'm with you. I'm on the fence. I
I
mean,
don't, I
it's a
don't, I don't
borderline
think
good
the
catch.
blue light, I don't think the blue light has anything to do with it. I think this guy was trying to come up with an idea that may work.
And test it.
Yeah, because if it did work, we would see more people with this type of setup, this type of,
Oh yeah.
flash.
This could have been a 1 in a million shot, and he just happened to catch it. And it may not have been due to the light at all. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Because I mean, you could see the blue part over here at the door. I don't see
Mm-hmm.
very much blue over on this side.
No, I'm,
So
I'm, I'm, gosh, guys.
that's fence material here.
Here's my answer. Here's my answer on that one. That's my
Okay.
answer. I can't really see this happening. And I think with him using this fake or strobe effect with this blue light thing
Yeah.
is it kind of loses the integrity.
Yeah. If I knew a date that we could actually talk about it with, I might say, okay, now we can figure out why, how come, or why he was doing it in the first place. Because if he's within the last 10 years, there is no reason for him to be doing that at all.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely
So,
not. I mean, because we have the full spectrum
yeah.
cameras now. We don't need this
Well,
strobe.
somebody that's rich has those full effect. See,
See,
it
my
even told
hat
you.
saying get off of
It
me.
just
You hear?
told you. It just told you. He said, "This is real."
No, I think that this may be just kind of maybe a pareidolia problem.
And it very well could be. Yeah, that was my first thought. My only issue, like I said, that I can't explain because I do believe looking at it, it looks like it's on this side and it blurs out the candlestick there.
Yeah, and then if you look at it from my point of view, it looks like from the other side.
Yeah, it looks
So
the other way. Yeah.
there
So
you
it's
go.
how you look at it. So you
Yeah.
just stay over there and be wrong, and I'll be right over here. Okay. But yeah, it's an interesting photo, and you could debate this one for days, honestly. You really
For
could.
days. Yeah, absolutely.
So,
We like the photo. We just yeah.
yeah, we're just not
It's
going
a
to
good
argue.
one.
We're not going to
It's
argue
a
about it.
good one if you were teaching a class or something on that.
Oh
That
yeah,
would be a very good one to use.
yeah. I wish, yeah, if I could have seen any other photos that he did during this, if I could have found any of those, I'd have put them up as a comparison, and it would have been easier to do. But once
Yeah, a
again,
little
it's
bit of a
one of those
reference.
people throw stuff out there, and that's all she wrote. So,
Right. Well, let's look at the next one because that one's just yeah. I'm
well,
you know,
okay. I
um,
almost want to skip this one, honestly, but I'm going to put it up there. This one, once again, this is from a bunch called 2-Horror out on Facebook. They drop a bunch of stuff everywhere all over Facebook, honestly. A lot of times they'll repeat stuff over and over and then put stuff out that you know what it is, but it's the completely opposite of what they're saying it is in their description. But I think they do a copy and paste a lot of times is what they do. So
yeah. And well, with a name like that, it makes me not want to look at it anyway.
yeah, but
Just
they're
saying.
not they're their own group, but then they go out and they post on other groups as well, just to put stuff
Okay.
out there. I don't know if it's a click thing or what. I don't know. So, but anyway, this one, the person that took this one said that they wanted thoughts and opinions because it kind of creeped them out. Doesn't know if it's shadows or what, and I don't know the date it was taken, but they're relatively newer cars. So I don't know why they were taking the photo to start with.
Well, look at my car. I have two vehicles. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah. And it says they say that this is the white one was their favorite car that they no longer have. And they just wanted to know if anyone with experience, is it just shadows or something else? Of course, you get the comments in Facebook all the time about, oh, you're just seeing stuff, or they berate them or whatever. And of course, we never do that to anybody. But if you look at it close enough, I mean, you could see what could be considered eyes. Okay. And ahead, something looking out, right? Yeah, you already know where I'm going, right?
I already know.
Let's get
See, it
further
won't
in
even
here.
stay on today. It's had enough. Do you see that?
Your friends there are stopping you from being a skeptic.
I know.
But anyway, yeah, I'll put mine on just out of spite. Okay.
Yeah.
You can see this is the actual rear view mirror right here. This, my bet, is probably the casing around the third tail light that's usually right above the trunk on newer cars. And this
Yeah.
Lincoln, I'm betting the sun is shining off of those as you took the picture, making it, when you're back here, look like eyeballs or eyes shine.
Yeah. That is a no-go, people. That is definitely tinfoil.
100%.
Just because it has two things that resemble
Yeah.
eyeballs does not
Yeah.
make it haunted.
Does
It's
not
not
make
a
it eyes shine.
spirit. It's not a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. No.
No, wrong answer. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've debunked it. I actually commented out onto him, told the guys that listened, because it wasn't, I don't remember if this was too hard or not, but I don't think this one was. But I did comment out and told them and said, listen, you're asking for honest opinion. Look at it closer. You can see the actual rear view mirror. You've got a reflection thing from the back window area that makes it look like that. So
Right. Well, Mr. Greg Ogles in our chat goes, LOL, Brandy's cars. You're not far from that. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm just saying, you're not wrong.
Okay. Well, get yourself ready again. You might want to have it ready because they're going to kick it off you this time.
I'll be holding a tinfoil hat. I'm ready.
My son received an alert from his motion sensor that somebody, and it's when this appeared on his phone. My daughter was upstairs at the time, so we asked her to check out the actual cameras, but there was nothing there. The shoes in the image were actually on a shoe rack, quote unquote, inside the upstairs closet. What do you make of this? There's no date, no nothing.
I can't even see that. There's a lot going on in that picture.
Yeah,
oh,
I did
shoe
not.
rack.
Well, no, the shoes are supposedly upstairs at the time that this was taken.
What?
Now,
like I said, there's a lot going on in this picture.
yeah,
okay, so first of all, it's black and white. Telling by the refrigerator, it is a newer picture. I'm just going to tell you right now. That refrigerator is newer.
It's obviously cropped because you can see the timestamps up here that they decided not to put with the picture to start.
Does that say 23 up there?
Yeah, but it's 23 minutes or 23 seconds is what I'm thinking. It's part of the time.
Well, or it could be the date. It could be the date.
Well, we got a colon, so I'm assuming it's time. So.
Oh, okay. I can't see that. All right.
So right there. But either way, they cropped out the date time.
I see. Okay, but is this the only thing that we're having a problem with in the picture? I'm having a picture with what on the floor.
The shoes.
No,
nope. The shoes are clear.
Does that not look like a person's outline?
Yes, it is. That's why I was saying you might want to get this ready because let's go back to thinking about our old Ring camera footages and stuff like that, and people with the night vision that have somebody blowing by it very fast.
Yeah.
This is 100% motion blur. There's no doubt in my mind it's 100% motion blur of somebody walking through that kitchen.
It's either that or, they have animals, evidently.
Yeah, they've got a dog. I mean, just from the shoe itself being as clear as it is. Why would you
have motion sensors?
Why would you have a Ring camera in your kitchen?
No, I'm just trying to say, why would you have motion sensors with animals? I am so sorry.
That's insane. You'd be constantly clearing your daggum alerts.
Yes. Unless that's why you have them in there, to watch your animal.
Yeah, and that's either then you wouldn't want to do a motion sensor. You could just bring it up anytime you want and watch what they're doing.
Right.
So I immediately, I wanted to bring this because me and you had talked about this hundreds of times now about motion sensor. about motion
Yeah.
and blurred motion, especially on a security camera, because that's
Right.
obviously what this is.
I mean, and you can almost tell what she's wearing, and that's nice shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
100% correct.
Yeah.
You know, with what's going on there.
Yeah. So, let's see. Well, granddad, maybe they were on vacation. The animals were being taken care of at another location. No idea, but the supposedly granddad is that the daughter, the lady's daughter, was upstairs at this time. Supposedly.
I doubt it. I think that's her right there.
Probably. That's my bet. So it might have been when she came in before she got upstairs.
Right.
And he didn't get the notice till 20 minutes later. I can tell you with my cameras at work, when a bee or a wasp in my warehouse actually sets it off, I don't get it. I may not get it for 20 minutes. Oh, wait, we have movement in the warehouse. Wait, and I'll go back and look. Sure enough, it was something along the lines of I've had lizards in there. I've had, wasps and stuff like that would set it off because they fly right up onto the camera. So,
yeah. So yeah, no, no. Okay.
Moon, you're right. You're right. I'm
good.
I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling bad because I should have done it. I should have done it so y'all could see it. I really should have.
Yeah, no, no, you couldn't put a red circle around that because you got to see everything in the the picture.
I mean, it takes up the majority. I mean, they freaking cropped it. Look, it's a picture of the phone with the picture on it.
Right, because they don't know how to transfer probably the file
or share it or something or whatever,
or
anything.
something. Yeah,
they had it and they zoomed in on it and then took the picture like they did right here. But either way, yeah.
Like I said, there's a lot going on in that picture. And like I said, there's like a shadow or something in the floor itself.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I'm like, okay.
And on the same note, we're going to do the same note here that we've been talking about. This one, all it says is that my nephew was supposed to be the only thing in the photo, quote unquote. Okay.
Well, we've heard that before.
Yeah. Okay. And obviously it's from a phone. Okay. I'm going to zoom in and I made sure y'all could see this. Okay. Once again, I do believe we're dealing with some motion issues.
Okay, bring it in closer to what we're looking at because I got a few things on this one.
All right. I'm hoping you're seeing what I saw. They said there's supposed to be nobody else in that picture, quote unquote.
Well, they definitely caught somebody walking by.
No, I think they caught somebody on that other zip line.
And they could have.
Because if you look, that's why I circled the whole thing. There's the whole suspension right there. There's the pulley system. There's the chains coming down. They've turned a little bit so because you don't see the actual A-frame of the actual chains. So my bet is you got somebody zoomed down there. You got photobombed is what you did. You got photobombed by somebody else doing the same thing your nephew is doing over here. Just when you took the picture, they were in full motion and he wasn't.
Why? I'm trying to, okay, so where the circle is in that bar that's coming down towards the ground, do you see that?
Which one? This one right here?
The white one, yeah.
Yeah.
Why does that look weird? Why does that look weird?
I can't tell you. It's part of the frame of the actual.
Can we zoom in on that? Because it looks like it doesn't belong.
Yeah, see, there's where it's up there.
Keep going down.
Yep.
Yeah, keep going down. That's where it starts looking funny. See it?
Yeah, right here where something's blurring it out.
No, up above it. See how it starts to darken on the edges? See that pole?
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's because of the sunshine on it I
No,
have no
that
idea
looks like
because you can see where the
no.
shadows are going. You see where the shadows
Yeah,
are going, right? But here's the other thing. He's got a shadow too.
I don't know. It doesn't look like it should be there though. There's something telling me that was never there.
Well, it has to be there because it's an A-frame. It's got to be there to actually provide the support.
I am not talking about that. I'm talking about the person at the bottom.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they were, they were. It,
You think they caught maybe a residual of some sort?
no, I'm thinking that it was imposed of some sort because there's shading around the pole, and it doesn't look like it
Oh, like
is
somebody added this to
natural.
it.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. I could probably see. That I could see. It looks like, I mean, because I just took this for granted that, right here, shiny, 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 down here, we just started getting into the
If
shadows.
yeah, zoom into that pole as tight as you can above the supposed
Yeah,
head. Look, do you
right in
see
here.
it?
Yeah, I see what
Yeah,
you're talking about right here.
yeah,
Yeah, and that's a good catch because I would have never thought of it like that because I'm looking at this right here and that's just the pole,
yeah.
That's
Something
just
tells
the
me
support.
yeah, something tells me something that was added, something was done. It was
Yeah.
manipulated in some way, like they could have put something in there.
Well, yeah, I mean, and this is the other thing that you see where the shadows are going off the poles, right?
If
Why
that's
is this
I
shadow?
mean, I don't know.
I don't know if this
It just
shadow is
doesn't.
not where it's supposed
Yeah,
to be because his is directly below him
right.
almost,
Yeah,
and that one isn't. So
right, right.
yeah, Greg got somebody submitted a pic and it's a cloaking deer, whatever. But either way, it's layered. They layered it
Yeah,
in,
I think they did
but they did the
because it.
smart thing when they did it. They added the chain in to make it look almost legit.
Right, right.
And I can't see any spots really where it looks like there really was a true. Oh wait, nope, time out. We're coming in. This is a chain that's supposed to be, where the seat's going. Look at this edge right here. See the dark marks?
Yep.
They weren't smudged in properly.
That's
And
where I started noticing the problem on that pole.
yep, yep. So yeah, definitely, we're looking at the same thing. Yeah, easy to do on
Because if
Photoshop. Greg's right.
right, there's something wrong there. Yeah, there's
Yep.
something definitely wrong.
So we can agree.
Hmm. Yeah, let me. My hat keeps falling off. Maybe I need to get another hat, or
Your buddy is not letting you wear it. That's why.
probably not. It keeps knocking it right off my head.
Oh man. So okay, we're of the same everything on that.
Yeah,
Why do I have a Korean in the background?
a Korean in the back. Oh
Uh-oh.
my
A Korean
gosh,
in the background.
I don't have a
Donnie, look
tinfoil
at
hat
you.
because I am a tinfoil hat.
We need to
Yeah,
get you
well,
one. We need to make you. I'm gonna make you one
Yeah.
special. I'm gonna make you one special. I'll have to
make
figure out
sure
how I'm gonna make it.
mine's like a kiss. Yours is like Cindy Lou Who. Make his look like a dunce hat.
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll get him one that's made right.
All right, because,
But
I want to make one that's non-offensive, and I think people might get offended at that one.
what, the dunce hat?
Yeah, they might confuse it for something else. Just saying.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I'm like, I don't think so. Look at me, Johnny. There you can't confuse this mess.
Okay, well, I don't know if Bristol's out there or not because I'm going to go straight to one here that he actually pointed me to out on
Okay.
Facebook. Okay, there goes mine. Out of the way.
I'm full
All right.
screening this. I'm ready for this.
Okay, you ready for this one? This one came from Facebook. Like I said,
Yeah.
Bristol pointed me to it. I grabbed it. I wanted to do a quick look with you guys because I kind of blew it off a little bit for the most part. And this one is in November 2016. Melissa Kurtz was driving her 13-year-old daughter Harper to a beauty pageant where Harper snapped some selfies while they were in the car. To their shock, one photo showed a pale, curly-haired boy in the back seat.
Oh, dang.
bring it in there a little bit. Okay. Now, where was that? Okay. All right. The unsettling image featuring the boy's sad, distorted expression left them deeply disturbed. Melissa later learned that the photo was taken near the site of a fatal accident, leading paranormal experts to suggest the boy spirit might be warning Harper about who wasn't wearing a seatbelt at the time. That historic history of attracting unusual occurrences. Correction: Harper has a history of attracting unusual occurrences, according to her, such as orbs in her photos and drawing symbols associated with the Archangel Raphael banishing a demon. And then they ask, what's your thoughts on it? Now, we know a date, November 2016, and we know this is a 13-year-old girl that took the selfie. Yeah, you Ristle's looking at me. Ristle, yeah, I used your name in vain right there. You're the one that tagged me on this one. So, but what do you think?
Zoom in on the zoom in, if you would, please.
Up here. Okay. All right. I don't know, honestly.
I
mean, you could see something could conceivably be there.
I'm with Nemo. It looks like the hair has been braided.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're getting curly. I don't know where they're getting. Sometimes they tell a hell of a story when they're leading up to these photos, which a lot of information you don't need to know.
No,
but like this distorted picture of this boy and how depressed he looks. Well, how do you?
How do you know he's depressed? How do you know he isn't
trying to right. I mean, you can't. I mean, the only thing you can see is the mouth.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you want to call this a forehead or hair or whatever, because quite frankly, you got sunshine coming in on that side that's gleaming off her hair right here. That could easily be the seatbelt in the back seat too.
This is my thought. I don't think that that's a person at all. I think they were on their way to a pageant. They had their backseat stuffed full of crap. And this is just a result. This is just something that was there, and that pareidolia is playing a major role in this.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of pareidolia, because like granddads are saying there, he's wondering if this is a finger he's trying to tell the driver to be quiet, or is it a Vienna sausage? I mean, I don't know that they saw this as a finger at all, but I see when you look at it as a full, it's could easily part of the back seat. It's easily stuff in the back seat.
I think it's stuff in the back seat. That's what I'm thinking. And just
it looks more like that when you zoom out. Yeah, I can kind of see it now. At first, I was like, nope, that's definitely a ghost. But as you zoom out, I'm like, that could even be part of the door.
It could be part of the door.
Yeah, the way the sun's hitting down. Yeah,
the stuff that's in the back seat. There is not enough there to say, okay, that is 100% a spirit. There's nothing there. And you said you're already on a way to a pageant. That tells me there's a lot of stuff in that back seat.
There should be a bunch in the back seat in the trunk.
Yep. There's going to be a bunch. So, I mean, at first glance, I mean, I would have been like, whoa, let me take a closer look at that. But once you're getting this backstory, which they really overdid the backstory, I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, now wait a second. Here's Ristle. This is why I'm glad he tagged me on it now. And this is why he tagged me, so we can look at it.
I'll read it. What caught my attention is that my wife had this happen to her one night at a stoplight. Looked in the rear view, and there was a guy sitting in the back seat. When she spun around, he was gone. Yep. Brandi, didn't you also have something like that happen to you?
I did have something happen like that, but I was driving down the road, and it was dark outside, and I had just passed a house that had the outside lights, and they had one of those lights on the telephone pole, the ones you pay for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
telephone poles, but it's electricity now. But you
Yeah.
know what I mean? But they
Yeah.
had one
Street
of those
light.
lights out there, and I just passed there, and I kind of just looked at my rearview mirror, and I saw a black shadow that was kind of poked out behind the seat and poked its head right back in.
Hmm.
I knew right then there was nobody back there because with the light that I was passing from the house, I would have seen the body, but there was no body.
Yeah.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
just pure shadow, and it was poking out and poking back in. It was a black shadow figure in the very rear of my car, because I had one of the seats put all the way down because I had loaded some stuff up the day before, and I had the seat still put all the way down, and it poked its
Yeah.
head out all the way from the back and then back in. But I always make sure, even when I have the car at home, I'm always looking in that back seat. I'm always looking in the very back of the hatch, always to see if there's something in there.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
never,
Always.
yeah, always. It's just a habit I've gotten into as the world has gotten crazier. Even when I go to the store, I go to, anywhere, gas stations,
Yeah.
anywhere. I always make sure that there is nobody in my car before I get in it. So, that was
Oh
kind
yeah.
of crazy.
100%.
But now that he had said that, when Russell said that, I'm like, it happens. It happened to
Yes,
me.
it does. It does. I'm not saying it because I mean, how many have we looked at when we saw people taking pictures of cars either going by or someone? Hey, there's my mother in this car. The guy behind it looks exactly like my grandfather who passed away 6 years ago. You know, that
Right.
kind of deal. How many have we
Right.
seen like that? You know, I
Right.
mean,
And the story, I told the story months ago about that happening to me.
yeah. So
Hmm.
it
Yeah.
happens, and I mean, a lot of people they think about their
It's
family
scary.
members protecting them while they're driving.
Oh,
So
absolutely. Yeah. And it's scary. It's very
Hmm.
scary.
yeah, especially if you're not
Hmm.
expecting it, huh?
Oh,
All
no,
right.
it scared. I mean, it took everything I did not to slam on my brakes.
Yeah.
But I'm
Well,
thinking,
Bristol says
well,
she didn't believe in ghosts until that happened.
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And it does. And I call them transient spirits. They kind of
Mhm.
just poke in, poke out, If they
Yeah.
think you're
Yeah.
boring, they just move on. They never really
Yeah.
stay anywhere.
Look over
Yeah.
and say,
They're just kind of,
nah, we don't want to deal with that.
they kind of stay in the area, but they're not, it's like they're not pulled to one specific house or building or piece of land. It's kind of like they just kind of hang out in the area. Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot. That would be my fault. But yeah,
No.
that would be scary, Russell, and I sympathize with her 100%.
But I put this on because I'm getting prepared for the last two.
I kind of knew that, so I was like, okay, here we go.
You better be
Uh-oh.
prepared.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Now, this one, all I got on it was this was my mom's funeral last month. I have circled what looks. I didn't circle it this time. I didn't do it. I have circled what looks like her sitting there. As you can see, there was nothing in the background to explain anything but being her. Okay. Here's the first one. This is the picture they took. First of all, I'm not even going to insult anybody's intelligence. That's a straight out paste on, take a picture, have a nice day.
Yeah.
That's an
That is,
overlay. If you they didn't even do a good job of smudging it together. Honestly. Okay.
yeah.
I believe this is more of a Sasquatch back here on that tree back there than I believe this is a ghost of the mother. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to belittle it, but this is such a bad attempt at this.
Let's
It's not
look
even funny.
let's look closer. Let's just have fun. Let's look closer.
Okay.
I could do a better job.
Yeah. See, yeah. Yeah.
That's just not even close. I mean, parts of it are blocking out the snow that's obviously behind it. And you're like, why would you even do that? But here's the thing that gets me. They did this picture next to show there was nothing behind it. I don't even know if this is the same grave. It's a different angle. It's a different everything.
Yeah, it
I don't know why they would have done that.
I no, you can't.
Listen, if people are going
I
to,
don't I personally and I don't want to, I know some people are going to not like me for this. I am not one to take pictures of funerals, period. Period.
No, I
I
don't either.
don't do it. It's just something in me that says no, because I don't want to have that memory. I don't want to have it. So I
No,
just
no,
don't. Um, because normally, you would think, you would have to think that the spirits kind of move on from that body. They don't necessarily stay with that body because it's just the vessel, that their energy would have to definitely move.
yeah,
So why
100%.
would it show up like that with
No,
with their coffin? Um, no, I could now if you were to take a picture of people at the funeral, if you're taking a picture towards them and
hmm
she shows up behind them, now I may see that,
yeah,
but I don't see
but
this. I don't
not
I
this.
don't see why that story just doesn't sit
Doesn't
with
jive.
me well. Maybe that's just my personal opinion, and it's my
Well,
belief that they're not going to stay with their body.
yeah,
They're going to stay with their loved ones more than they're going to stay with an empty
where they
vessel.
were happiest.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, so
Hmm.
I'm with you.
So
This is
this is
this is
my.
bleh.
I'm sorry. Funerals are just they get to me
Yeah.
a little bit, and I don't take pictures like that.
No, I wouldn't even come close. I'd take pictures of my family being there, us together, not
Yes.
a picture of the coffin.
Yes.
Now I did see some
Yes.
SoCal said, "What about the Sasquatch hugging the tree on the top left?" I don't see it. I don't know where he's talking about. So
I
I'm not
believe
talking
that
about this.
more though.
That's the blob squatch over there, but maybe over here somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, I see. It's at the very top. It's at the very top of the corner. Look at, see it
Right
up
here,
there? It's the very top of the corner. You see it? The
right
brown
here.
there? Yeah, that one.
That
That's
works.
it.
I'm good with that. I'm honestly, I can't.
Right?
I
We'll
can't.
go with that one.
We'll go with it though. So, was that fun or was that fun? You can lie now. But honestly, I mean that one was one of those that the more I looked at it, the more I saw it, I was like, come on, guys. I mean, if you're gonna actually
Right.
try and fake something out there, please do a better job than that. Because anybody could pick it
Right.
apart. I mean,
And
even the one before that, I could go in and I had to get close in to see it. You know what I mean? To see where it was overlaid over or added in without the smudges. So,
Mhm.
Hey, would you guys like to see my version? You ready?
maybe.
Are
Hang
you ready,
on.
Brandy? I made it real
Yeah.
quick. Okay, here it
I'm
comes.
ready.
Oh, there he is, the Donster Monster.
I think I'm going to throw up a little bit.
What do you guys think? Aren't you
I'm gonna
impressed I
throw
made
up.
that so quick?
No, it's pretty easy. You got it. We've literally sat here and watched you make a meme in 5 minutes and did it up on there for stuff, So
Yeah, people are like,
yeah,
yeah, it's better. Not
yeah,
Photoshop. No way. There's no way this is Photoshop. Look at this. There's clearly
yeah.
a Korean man hiding out behind that coffin. What kind of
Well,
secrets does he hold? What kind of
There is.
mysteries? Yeah.
yeah. I'm with Nemo. There's
I
a
don't
lot more
know.
detail there. Yeah.
There's a lot more detail there.
There you go. Bristol got you.
Just like you said, Brandy, though, just like you
Yeah.
said, that was a real quick throw it in there and call it good. And Donnie just proved it takes less
Could
than
be
2
done.
minutes to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they didn't even take that, I
Yes.
don't think. They literally doing that one. I was just like, you can't tell me you actually believe this crap, right? I mean, and I'm not trying to be mean about it. It's very, very, that was just bad. It was just a badly done job.
Yeah,
But
it
anyway.
was.
So
Right?
anyway, guys,
It was.
that takes care of us for today. I was actually able to throw this together in
Yeah.
like 3
No
hours
red
this morning.
circle today.
I finally forgot. Is what?
I said that takes care of us for today. Our
Yeah.
red circle.
Very much so.
Yeah, Rissel
getting
calls
rain
it the
again?
K coffin. Get it?
God.
K-pop. The K coffin.
No bueno. Anyway, all right. So, guys, good
Oh,
seeing
Lord.
you here. I'm gonna try and see if I can get us back over to the other side of the pond next week. See if I can find some more stuff from France and England and stuff, because they tend to give us a lot of good fodder to play with. So,
Absolutely.
so guys, it's good talking to you. Everybody have fun. Brandi, you're on tomorrow night with Tex, I'm assuming. Donnie, what do you got coming with us? You got coming up something coming next week?
Well, I'm actually here to discuss with you guys after the show what we're going to do on Wednesday.
Oh, we got something for you. We got you squared. So.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about it off air.
Yeah. Okay. Outside of that, y'all have fun. We'll see you next week. Bye. Pushing the button.
Bye.